Hello everyone. We'll pretend I already have all 16 of mine done, and now it's time for the credits. So let's go back to our File Explorer and look at our images. We're going to need to get the URL from each one of these and paste them into that same document. So best way to go is probably to change your view to details and turn on that comments field. So I'm right clicking on a column header, scrolling down to the C's and finding the comments field. Now you can't get it directly from here, so we're going to go over to comments and click. Let me see if this makes it a little easier. Click once, because Control A doesn't work here, but it's all selected. Control C copy, go to our document, Control V paste, and enter. That makes it into a link, and we want that. So now I'm going to go back, not to here yet, go back to here, go to the second one, click Control C, return, Control V, enter. And do that for each of your images. There need to be at least 16 if you have 16 images. Getting used to that Control C, Control V with your left hand only is going to help you a lot because you're going to be jumping back and forth quite a bit. Control C. There's also something called Alt Tab that will take you to the previous screen. So that is a really handy way as well. Control C, Alt Tab, whoops. Let me see if I can, yeah, it's back. Okay, so I need the Walmart images. I got a little fancy there. Control V, Walmart images. Let me go Alt Tab, it goes back to my previous one. Switch, comments, Control C, Alt Tab, Control V, enter. Alt Tab, next, click, copy, switch, paste. Alt Tab, next. Now that I've got each one of these, I could do a quick count like that. I've got 16. And what we're after now is the actual, just the URL website that it came from. So we don't need the rest of this. It's still a link. So if I click on this, I can actually get to the image. But it doesn't have to look like that on the screen anymore. So I'm going to delete everything except the base website. So that's going to be all of the https:// and it's going to be all the stuff up to the .net, the .com, the .org, whatever the case may be. So we can start at the beginning, go to the end, move backwards. If you want to make selections and you're good at this, you can press delete on the keyboard, go over here to the .com, delete everything after it. However, that does take out the enter at the end, so I'm having to put that back in. So if I backspace here, go to the end and backspace, it's a little slower. So you just decide what the quickest way for you to clean these up is. In this case, I'll probably use the shift and back arrow. Maybe I just want to get rid of all of these first. That looks like it might be a little simpler. Now we don't actually need the wwws either, so let's get rid of those so that the website is as short as we can make it and still tell people where we got it from. So don't see any wwws there. There's an extra slash, so you want to clean these up really nice here. And then we want to delete everything to the .com or the .org. Some of these, here's a .tv. Here's a .es, that's for Spain. So you might see some very different ones. You're going to have to do a little bit of figuring out so that we can get a nice, neat list of all the websites where these came from. Now some of them are going to be duplicated. We do not need to thank the same website over and over, but get it to this first and then we'll get rid of the ones that are duplicated. Now in this case, I'm looking and I don't actually see any, but this is how I would do that. I'm going to make a second copy of an abbreviated list. And then delete any ones of these that are repeated. So if WikiHow showed up several times, or Food Network, oh, looks like I got rid of a little extra there. How can I get it back? Well, it's right here. It's a foodnetwork.sndimg.com. So let me go to that website, copy just the part I really wanted, and go back to my document. Oops. And fix the Food Network. So if I take this and paste it, a little tricky to work with these sometimes. Hitting delete, get rid of the HTTP there. There we go. So I've got that back to the way it needed to be. So this can be pretty handy for checking out which ones are duplicated and which aren't. So that's your list. Next, we'll actually put these into the Premiere project.